What if I told you that $50, literally 2 trips to a fast food joint, turned into $2,500 for me just by reselling stuff I found lying around or picked up for almost nothing? No fancy skills, no warehouse, no business degree, just me, my phone, and a simple system that anyone can copy. Let's get into it. Step 1. The mindset. Here's the thing, nobody tells you when you're starting out. You don't need a big budget to start reselling. You need a sharp eye. I started looking at everything around me differently. That old kitchen blender collecting dust, money, the Nike hoodie sitting in your closet since 2019 that still has the tags on, definitely money. I stopped seeing stuff as stuff and started seeing it as inventory. That shift alone changed everything for me. Step 2. How to find first items. My very first flip started at a local thrift store. I walked in with $30 and honestly had no real plan. I just started checking prices on my phone using the eBay app. There's this brilliant feature called sold listings where you can see what items have actually sold for, not just what people are asking. Big difference. I picked up a vintage Pyrex mixing bowl set for $4. Checked the sold listings. People were paying anywhere from $45 to $65 for the exact same set. I listed it that same night for $55 and it sold in 2 days. That was my first flip and I was hooked. Step 3. The $50 budget. So here's how I actually stretched that $50 into the start of something real. I spent $30 at 2 thrift stores across town. I grabbed a KitchenAid hand mixer still in the box for $8, a vintage Levi's denim jacket for $6, and a bundle of Lego sets for $12. The remaining $20 I put into my listings, paid for some bubble wrap and padded mailers from Walmart because packing matters when you want 5-star reviews. The KitchenAid was sold on Facebook Marketplace for $45. The Levi's jacket went on Depop for $70 because that platform is huge for vintage clothing right now. The Lego bundle I split, listed each set individually on eBay, and cleared $110 across 3 sales. From that original $30 in product, I made $225. I reinvested every single cent. Step 4. The platforms. Not every platform works for every item, and figuring this out early saves you so much wasted time. eBay is your best friend for electronics, collectibles, vintage kitchenware, and branded tools. Depop is incredible for anything fashion, vintage Levi's, Y2K pieces, and retro branded stuff. Facebook Marketplace is where you go for bigger items, furniture, appliances, and anything local that's too bulky or expensive to ship. Poshmark is solid for women's clothing and accessories. I was running all 4 at the same time by month 2, and it made my reach massive. Step 5. The items. Through trial and error, I figured out which categories gave the best return on thrift store prices, and these became my go-to hunting categories. Vintage branded clothing, anything Levi's, Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, or Carhartt, flies off Depop and Poshmark fast. Working electronics, especially cameras, printers, and gaming accessories, always move well on eBay. Cast iron cookware, like Lodge skillets that people donate without knowing what they have. An absolute goldmine. Lego sets, whether retired or current, always sell. And books, specifically niche cookbooks, old photography books, and vintage travel guides. I was flipping those for 10 to 20 times what I paid. Step 6. From $225 to $2,500. Once I had that first $225 working, I got more strategic. I started going to garage sales every Saturday morning. I'm talking 6 AM, first one there, coffee in hand. Garage sales are where the real margins live. People just want the stuff gone. I picked up a Sony digital camera for $5 at a garage sale in a suburban neighborhood and flipped it on eBay for $180. That one item alone was a game changer for my confidence. I also started using the USPS regional rate boxes because they save a ton on shipping costs for heavier items. Lower shipping costs meant I could price more competitively and still make a great margin. I started tracking everything in a simple Google sheet. What I paid, what it sold for, platform fees, and shipping. Knowing your actual profit per item is what separates people who flip as a hobby from people who flip as a real income stream. By month 3, I had active listings across all 4 platforms, a small storage shelf dedicated to inventory, and a weekly sourcing routine. The $2,500 mark was hit at the end of month 4, and that number was pure profit after fees and shipping costs. The mistakes I made. So you don't have to. I want to be real with you here. I made some moves that cost me early on. I once bought a broken Keurig coffee machine thinking I could fix it. I couldn't, and that was a $20 lesson. I also underpriced a vintage Polaroid camera by $40 because I didn't check sold listings carefully enough, and I shipped a fragile item once without enough bubble wrap and had to refund the buyer. Always overpack your fragile stuff, always. The biggest mistake though, waiting too long to list things. When inventory sits, it becomes clutter, and clutter kills momentum. List things within 48 hours of buying them. Done is better than perfect when it comes to your listings. What this looks like as a real system. The way it runs now is simple and repeatable. Saturday mornings are for sourcing, garage sales first, then thrift stores. Sunday is photograph and list day. During the week, I handle sales, pack orders, and ship. Friday, I review what's sold and what's still sitting and decide if anything needs a price drop. It's maybe 8 to 10 hours a week, and the income keeps growing because I keep reinvesting and refining what I source. Here's what I need you to take away from this. $50 and a free eBay account are genuinely all you need to start. The system works. The proof is in the numbers. Now, I want to hear from you. What item do you already have sitting at home right now that you think could be worth reselling? Drop it in the comments. If this gave you something useful, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and share this with someone who needs an extra income stream right now. Let's go make some money.